Good morning for real this time. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? What is it, Tuesday? It's Tuesday. I was like, is it Tuesday or Thursday? I know it is one of the two. It is Tuesday. Morning. Mal will be here in a moment. She's finishing up making herself some toast. It's definitely not Monday. That's not true. That's a lie. That's very much a lie. Oh my goodness. How y'all feeling this morning? Or depending on where you are this afternoon or this evening. I'm doing all right. Things are going okay. You got a cold? Oh, that sucks. Hope you feel better soon. There's a lot of pollen here right now, so allergies are happening. Like everyone in Raleigh is like, ah. You certainly you get a lot of the symptoms of like, am I sick? And then it's like, no, you're just. The outside world is just yellow. Pollen is like snow, except it's yellow, and also you're allergic to it. But it's not cold. It's not cold. And yeah, there's it's at 10. Yeah, it's at 10. At 10 a.m. is the Zelda. Sounds like not snow though. Whether you know, Chaz. Yeah, 10 a.m. is Tears of the Kingdom gameplay. Folks didn't know. This is me telling you. Nintendo is doing a presentation to show 10 minutes of gameplay for the new Zelda game. So, we will probably try and wrap before that. So y'all can hang out here, and then if you want to watch the Zelda, you can watch it. Yes, in 50-ish minutes, 54 minutes. Yeah. I appreciate that it's at 10 and not 9, because there's been way too many times Nintendo's like, watch this thing. It's during breakfast stream, and I'm like, oh, great. So, yeah. Nintendo does hate breakfast. Nintendo has no regards for They don't ever ask me once if they should change it. I haven't decided if I want to watch it or not. Like, on the one hand, I do like to go in to the game without having seen much, so I don't know anything. But also, I'm not sure that watching the 10-minute presentation is going to give me that much information either. Like, the goal of those presentations is not to spoil anything. The goal is just to build hype, right? So, like, I think that it would be, if anyone's on the fence, that's kind of like my philosophy is like, it's not like, here's the end game for the, it's going to be like, here's some interesting things you can do,
Last time, all we learned is there's a car.
Well, that was a trailer. There's a car. So, yeah, I don't know exactly how they'll be doing it, but it could be 10 consecutive minutes. Like, I'm in the game, I'm just gonna walk around for 10. And it's true, in that time, I don't know how much you're really gonna be able to find out, so. But if you're someone that really, really, really likes to go without having seen anything, like, you know, don't watch it. The game does come out in...
Can I have a glasses cleaner?
like 6 weeks? Ish, something like that. So... Anyway, we never decided if we were going to watch it. We could, I don't know.
Thank you.
Morning, by the way.
Morning. I actually forgot one other thing.
Oh no.
I'll be back.
Did you forget salt for your toast? No. Okay. Alright, I'm going to read some of these alerts. We had 34 months from TMA 628. 34 months also at Tier 2. Gold Toast from Arpiga. We got 40 months from Ninja. I'm not changing the song. 12 months from Winter Keck. Congrats on the one. We got 52 months from Cosmic Sorrel. 20 months from Linders. 15 from Starlight. Roseft. I got there. 48 months from Sudabite. That's a 4. I'm going to continue to clap because we got 36 months from Mysterious Green Thunder. There's a lot of claps this morning. That's a lot already. 26 months from DH Dante. 50 months from Lunar Pearl. 13 months from Potato Chips. What? 37 from Mr. Squidpus. 11 from the Let's Gamer. We got 300 bits from Kit Khalid. Says, good morning. Been a while since I made breakfast stream. Had my wisdom teeth out yesterday. Hot tip, kids. Don't wait 20 years for dental work. Oh.
Give me the bird.
They are not fun to have removed.
I hope that the recovery goes well for you. I hope you enjoy. Anytime someone gets a wisdom teeth out, I just tell them to enjoy ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that you enjoy ice cream. Good vibes to you. We get 350 from Radio Dread. Says, Hype Clown, if you're planning on watching the Zelda stuff, what do you hope to see? I don't know. I mean, like, so, and also for me, like, if I watch it, how much will I remember in 6 weeks? It'd probably be pretty small. But we could also avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll make a decision sometime between the end of the stream and the beginning of the thing. I don't even know what I'd want to see, to be honest. I really don't. We saw a car in one of the trailers, and I was like, car. And then that's, I don't know. Yeah, I have no expectations for the game. Like, I'm excited to play it. It feels a little bit like Fallout to me, in the sense of, like, when Fallout 4 was going to come out, I didn't really have a whole lot of thoughts about it. I was just like, I really like Fallout 3.
Whatever they want to do.
Whatever happens, I'm going to play it, and I'm just going to experience it however it happens. And I guess that's kind of how I feel. Like, just gonna play it, gonna see what happens. I'm gonna pet the dogs. You can pet the dogs in Breath of the Wild, right? You can't? But you can interact with them. Oh, you can't pet them. Oh, okay. That's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
They should do. Okay, now I have one request. I want Link to canonically be allergic to dogs. He loves dogs, and he wants to pet them. But if he pets them, he sneezes. That's what I want. A little extra. Like, Link's fine every other time, but if you spend time around dogs for a little bit, Link's super excited about it. He loves it. A horror game. He's loving it. He's living life. Mm-hmm. But the longer you're around it doesn't affect your health or anything. But Link just starts sneezing more. And then once you get away from the dog, like, the sneezing subsides.
Get both.
I just like that. I just retconned Twilight Princess. I just think that's fun. That's like a fun little extra, and then everyone will be like, "Oh my god, is Link allergic to dogs?" It's like, yeah, he's allergic to dogs. He loves them, but he's gonna sneeze. And like, it's Hyrule. They don't have allergy meds yet. I don't know. They maybe can you make an allergy med in Hyrule? Probably, with like crafting materials.
Hightail lizards.
God, we're gonna have so much crap that we have to catch again. Honestly, my one thing that I really wanted is not going to happen. The one thing that I had hoped for when we were playing Breath of the Wild was like, oh, by the time that there's a new Breath of the Wild, maybe there will be like an updated system that they'll be able to run the game like at 60 FPS or something. That's the thing I wanted. And then as time went on, I was like, oh, we're not getting that. Oh, okay. So now I'm just excited about the game. So that's fine. Full Metal Gear is gifted a sub to II Smiter. We got 55 months from Space Vixen Music, 4 months from Looking for Larry, and 500 bits on the Reload. Says, so over the weekend, 2 mourning doves decided to make a nest over the ledge of my front door. Appropriate alert. Oh, that's very cute. We did have, for a while at our last place, we had the birds that nested in the...
On the shutters.
Yeah. On the window shutters.
There really wasn't a spot for them there, but they tried.
They are forever immortalized in the Lamp 2. If you watch the Lamp 2 on the exterior shot of the house, they're in the...
Yeah.
They're above the shutter. It was fine. Did they already have the bush? Yeah, it was cute. I don't know how long they were there.
Not long.
Yeah.
A day, maybe.
But for the shoot. They made it for the shoot. Also, 33 months from Nunshoes. Thank you. So
Look
yeah.
at that Debbie.
So Zelda is. I was telling them that we'll probably wrap a little bit earlier than we have been, so then folks don't feel like they're missing breakfast stream, and they can. Oh, you are so tired.
That's what you get for waking us up early.
You little dirtbag. You woke me up right. The thing that I don't understand is sometimes he's fine, and then sometimes his food goes off. He goes and he gets the food. Sometimes after he gets the food, he's like, "Cool, I ate." And then sometimes he eats the food and then comes up and immediately wakes me up, and I'm like, I haven't figured out why one thing or the other. I don't think even he knows. But some days he eats and he's like, cool, now everyone gets up. And his food goes off at 7:55 and I get up at 8:25. So this morning he went and ate, and then I felt a little paw on my face and I was like, oh, what time is it? And I looked and he had just eaten. And I'm like, can I sleep 25 more minutes?
I heard him run off when the feeder went off. Like, he runs.
He's excited about food. And again, some days he eats and he's like, that was great. Gets back up on the bed, goes back to sleep. Other days, you should be waking up. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was unaware. Thanks for letting me know. Everybody eat pears. Some Sudabite. Why stop at dog allergies? Every save file, the game picks a random ingredient Link is allergic to. So if you eat something with that ingredient in it, instead of healing, you die. Hope your Link doesn't have a durian allergy or pear. I do like the idea of game characters having an allergy. I do like that. Just something that changes slightly. I think that's like a fun little extra. I've always enjoyed in games like little tiny details. Especially if there's a bunch of them, then they kind of add up and you're like, there's a lot of interesting things. Something I saw over the weekend. as an example of a little thing in a game, and I didn't know about this. This is something I did not know. Resident Evil 4 just got re-released, and I think a lot of people have probably played at least the beginning of Resident Evil 4, so they're kind of vaguely familiar with it. At the beginning of Resident Evil 4, Leon arrives at this village and is immediately attacked by everyone in the village, and it's a timed event. So like, you are overwhelmed. You cannot get through it. You cannot kill everyone. Like, you're going to die. It's a lot of like running.
Yeah.
And eventually, the bell rings. Like, the town bell rings. All of the villagers stop what they're doing and leave. Well, this weekend I learned that on subsequent playthroughs, you can like have, on like a New Game Plus, you can have like special weapons and stuff from the beginning. So if you start with the sniper rifle, once you get into that area, you can just shoot the bell and it triggers the event. And I'm like, that's such a cool little thing.
Yeah.
Because like everyone's waiting for the church bell. And instead of waiting for it, you can just shoot it and it happens. And I'm like, that's really cool. That's such a fun little detail. And I don't know if that's in the original game or not. I have no idea. I never finished Resident Evil 4, but I really liked it. So at some point, I put it on my list of my list of 4 million games that I want to play. For those that don't know, Resident Evil 4, like the remaster that just came out, was getting, in many places, like perfect scores across the board. Like, that's how excited people were about it and how good it is. So it's a good game. Anyway, I've got some cookies for breakfast this morning.
Wow.
You had like
Toast.
Yeah, you had something that was more akin to real breakfast. Although it's covered in jam, so is it that
It was
different?
a lot of jam.
Is it that different from a cookie?
Yeah.
We had the cookies. What day was that? That was Sunday?
Was that when we had everyone over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on Sunday, we did Fiasco, which was great. It's really, really good time. I'm gonna try and get that VOD out today. It might be tomorrow. I never know with some of the VODs because sometimes I get content claims that I have to fix before they can go out. But Fiasco was really great. After Fiasco, Alex and Haley came over too, and
We had plans to go for a hike, but it was raining.
yeah, we weren't able to do that. So we just kind of chilled at the house, and eventually we went to Costco and got some pizza and cookies. And then we just kind of sat around and ate food, and we didn't really do anything.
Sparkle, sparkle, praise be.
Coffee!
I don't know that did we do anything of note on Sunday?
We went for a walk around the neighborhood at one point. Brandon here? Brandon might remember. We made pizza.
We played a board game at the end of the night.
Yeah.
We played Pandemic. Might be a little on
There he is.
Might be a little on the nose. But Brandon and Dan had never played it before.
And we played like one Jackbox.
Oh yeah, we literally won. Mm-hmm. Literally won. I think that was it. We did not win.
No, we did not.
We did not win. With 3 turns remaining.
We remembered that the game just ends.
Yeah, with 3 turns remaining, Mao was like, now as a reminder, that deck is how much time we have to win. And everyone at the table went, what? So there was a mechanic of the game that we didn't remember until the end of the game, which was not a good time to remember.
Yeah.
That you have to do it in a certain amount of time. And then we were looking at it, and like from 3 turns out, we were like, oh, we cannot beat this.
We were close though.
We got pretty close, but And like maybe our strategy would have changed a little bit if we had been thinking about that. Like, oh, we have a limited amount of time. It's a fun game, especially because like it's under an hour. Like there's a lot of games that they're fun, but they take a long time. And Pandemic is like 45 minutes, so it's pretty reasonable. Got 34 months from War Turtle Eats Samosas, 52 months from Mr. Biferfang. 300 from Will Peterson says, you have cookies for breakfast and not in cereal form? I've never really liked Cookie Crisp. I've had it once or twice, I think, in my life. Once or twice have I bought the box of it. And there's other cereals I'd rather have. I mean, at this point in my life, I'm just eating Brown Square.
Brown Square.
It's not that I don't like other cereals, and maybe occasionally at this point I might buy something else, but Brown Square, real good for cholesterol. So I've just been buying Brown Square every time. You can get the big box of Brown Square at Costco, so I've just been buying the real big box of Brown Square. Renee, once you get older, only Brown Square will do. It's true. It's true. I haven't had Cookie Crisp in adulthood, so I would be interested in trying it to see if it was, like, good. Never revisited Morning Summit. No, actually, we ended up...
I like Morning Summit.
Mal likes Morning Summit. Mal likes Morning Summit, so occasionally...
I normally eat yogurt for breakfast, though, so sometimes I buy it.
So sometimes Mal will actually get it. And Morning Summit is one of those weird cereals where, like, at first glance, you're like, this is the most overpriced cereal I've ever seen. And then once you realize that you can only actually eat a small amount of it, you realize that the amount of bowls you're going to get out of it is actually a normal amount.
Yeah.
For what you're going to pay. But it's not as high in, like, grains.
Whole grains.
In whole grains as Brown Square.
Which is why you eat Brown Square.
So I just eat Brown Square. Also morning, Haley. Yeah, it's mostly nuts. It's basically a box of nuts.
Mostly almonds.
It's basically a box of almonds and a bunch of other stuff. So the ingredients are more than just whatever's in Brown Square. Brown.
Oatmeal.
Primary ingredient in Brown Square is brown. I'm pretty sure. I do like morning cookie, though.
Renee says, love me a bowl of almonds in the morning. I kind of wish they have slivered almonds and whole almonds. I wish it was all slivered because the whole ones are just too sharp to bite. I have to kind of eat around them and eat them separately.
Now Night Owl says, what's our favorite and least favorite breakfast foods?
French toast.
Mal's is definitely French toast. Mal loves French toast. I don't know that I have a favorite breakfast food, to be honest. I mean, one of my favorite things to do is to go somewhere and get like a very traditional breakfast
sampler platter.
Yeah, breakfast platter. And I like trying like interesting things or whatever, but sometimes if it's my first time at the restaurant, I'll order that to gauge.
To judge the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, how are their pancakes? How are their eggs? How is their bacon? How is their whatever?
Yeah.
They're all things that are like, they're difficult to screw up, in my opinion. But sometimes a place will do something particularly good. You'll be like, oh, they did really good with this or this. So, oh, snap. Thank you, Bri Lewis. I appreciate that. Bri Lewis gifting out some gift subs this morning. Appreciate that. We got some morning calcium, y'all. Probably gifting gift subs to, where'd these go? Garthon 6, Custard Sun, Disgruntled Psyduck, Pasta Kitty Queen, Kahawai, Black Rose 623256, Frosty the Dragoon, Komodo Blue, Runehopper, and Roto Mamiti. Bri, thank you. Appreciate it.
I love how Kepler licked his tail and like messed up all his fur and then just tucked his head in and fell asleep.
He's in the little special zone.
Dreamkitten says, have you ever had a full English breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, we traveled to Ireland for 7 to 10 days. I don't remember how long it was. So this actually, at this point, it's been almost 10 years ago.
Yep.
It was in 2014. And everywhere we went had the full spread every morning, and it was great. It was great. It was my best breakfast experiences were on that trip. To wake up every morning and have every single thing for breakfast is like perfect. I really love that. And there's been a few places, you know, where I've gotten some really big platters of food that I've been really happy with too. The Farmers Market restaurant here,
The state
Farmers Market restaurant had a really huge platter. I filmed a little of it on the vlog, and that one was so big I could not finish it. It had every single thing you could possibly imagine. It was huge. It was like 3 plates of food.
When I was at the farmer's market with Haley last week, we walked into the seafood restaurant, which is separate,
Yeah.
and it's all like calabash style. But we did not eat there.
That'd be fun. Yeah, we can run beans early.
Look at this cat.
Just a little bit early.
This is his tail.
He got the tail.
Boop.
Lay back down.
He tired this morning. He spent a lot of time touching your face.
Give me the bird.
Look at that little blue jay.
There were some blue jays Sunday when we were out for a walk.
We got 700 bits from Bri Lewis, who says, "Good morning, grandparents. Been enjoying your content since 2013. Lots of love to you both."
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
And thanks for the gift subs.
I appreciate it. And it's 10 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time. That's a very long time.
Yeah. You just got older.
I just got older?
Yeah,
like for my birthday?
last week. You were older.
I think you get older like every passing second.
I know.
We can't celebrate each of those seconds.
No.
It's too hard. It's too difficult. I'm glad that you've been enjoying for 10 years. I hope that it will be 11 also soon. We also got 4 months from M. Tapid. 36 months from Pete Cow. Congrats on the 3. 55 months from Cobalt Custard. 49 months from Waste and Aeon. And 8 months from Monkey in the Moon. Thanks, Joe. Is that art in the queue for a breakfast start? Is that what that is?
Yes.
That says yes. Oh my goodness. Well,
After you eat this cookie.
after the Patreon producer took a
Oh, okay. And we
wait,
had
but
a
the-
24-month resub from Zatoichi.
So the first cookie I had was that was oatmeal raisin, and then the second cookie I'm having is chocolate chip. And this will come as no surprise. The texture of the cookie is like completely different.
Yes.
And I love chocolate chip cookies, but man, I really like oatmeal raisin cookies a lot. When you go from that to this almost seems boring,
Yeah.
you know? It almost seems boring because there's not a lot of, you don't get to chew. You made the mistake, now you're eating good. People really don't. They have strong opinions about oatmeal raisin. They really do.
You know what I need to do? Is make up some banana cookies, as we have a lot of frozen bananas.
We have a ton of frozen bananas.
Yeah, I should do that. I think I have everything I need.
We should, yeah. That should probably happen soon. Cookies.
Cookies.
Okay.
You ate your cookies, you're good.
Here's an art.
It's Alan.
I love it. I love it. I gotta show this to Josh.
I believe Trill Girl tweeted it at Josh.
Okay, great.
Uh-huh.
Again, Fiasco on Sunday was a lot of fun. For those who have not seen the game before, it's just a group improv game. We tell like a
Story.
over the course of like 2 hours. It's very fun. Yeah, I'll have that VOD out again either today or tomorrow. It'll be very soon.
You okay?
Yeah. Cookie sweet.
Yeah, cookie very sweet.
Cookie very sweet.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, it's like gotta get it.
It's Cool
out.
Staghorn says, "Oh, did you play another game after the one with Alex and Haley?" Yes, we played one with Brandon, Dan, and Josh.
Yep. So we've done 2 now of Fiasco. They are standalone, although they're we do tend to go straight into cult territory. I don't know what it is about this group.
Same roots.
When the opportunity presents itself, people are like, but what if we start a cult?
Listen, the relationship was worshippers of the same religion or something. So.
Yeah. I guess it was more religion than cult. But then it got a little cultish because it was an MLM. It's fine.
You're welcome, Brandon.
I love that. Culture. Worshippers of the same unpopular god.
Renee said she did not get your memo, Brandon. I'm pretty sure he said it out loud before we started. And I was like, nah.
Where you ate C-Class and drank banana liquor. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that happened. I'm excited for folks to see that if they haven't, because it was good. It was good. It was good. It was a fun, enjoyable romp. It's a good time. We get 11 months from Zarmak821 and 5 months from Shadow Midna. Appreciate it.
I meant to ask what you thought of that, Brandon. When you poured sparkling drink into water.
It's like if you made a LaCroix out of LaCroix. Oh no. Oh no. I hate that. I have recently started to drink
Sparkling water.
Sparkling water. In a very limited capacity, but I've started. And it's fine. LaCroix, aka LaCrap. Yeah, I was not on the sparkling water train forever, and I don't know if I'm on the train, but I'm at least like, I occasionally ride the rails now. I dabble. I dabble in. I'm train curious. Yeah, it's fine. Maybe run alongside the train. It's hard for my brain as someone who, drinks soda. I don't drink a lot of soda, but I drink soda what would be considered regularly, right? Like I have a soda once a week, and that tells my brain that carbonation should be sweet. And whenever I drink sparkling water and it's not sweet, my brain is very mad about this. But recently my brain became better about it. And I was like, okay. Oh, nice.
I like those cuffed there better.
Looking Valerie says, thanks for the birthday wishes yesterday. Getting retweeted was the icing on my birthday cake. Well, happy birthday again.
I'm glad you enjoyed Waffle House.
Yeah, I love that story of, like, me and the guys are going to get dressed up in suits and drive an hour to a Waffle House. And I'm like, perfect birthday. Perfect birthday. Only way it could have been better
3 a.m.
is if it was 3 a.m. And that might have been worse depending on your Waffle House location. It's better if your Waffle House is bustling at 3 a.m. It's worse if there's no one at the Waffle House. So it really depends. Like if you were in like Savannah, Georgia, then sure, go at like 2 in the morning. Or Myrtle Beach even. Myrtle Beach usually has a lot of people even in the middle of the night. But in Raleigh, there's not. Our experiences at late night Waffle House have been, ain't nobody there.
Yeah, even by the universities.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, Jam, we watched the SNL Waffle House the other day.
Yeah, I finally saw that, and that was very funny. I loved that. Yeah, I like Raleigh. But if I could change one thing...
You need the Waffle House.
If I could change one thing about Raleigh, I would have the Waffle Houses busier between 1 and 3 a.m. That's the one thing. Everything else is good, but that's the one thing, if I could change, I would put more people in the Waffle House between the hours of 1 and 3 a.m. That's my one thing. Because,
he love you.
Because that's my favorite time to go to Waffle House, and so far... My late night Waffle House experiences here are not like home. So, yeah. So I want more Waffle. Yes. Because like and I was talking about this yesterday, when Hal came to visit Josh, and Brandon, I would get us a light rail transit system, different priority. I mean, yours is good too, but we should probably start with mine. When Hal was here in October...
Which one is more obtainable, Brandon?
It's true. When Hal was here in October, and on his last night, we were like, oh, well, you gotta go to Waffle House, because he was going back to England. We went to our first Waffle House, and I think it was 3 a.m. I think that's about what time it was. It was 3 a.m. We pulled up to the Waffle House, and when we pulled up to the Waffle House... There was one employee in there who was like sweeping, and the employee went and locked the door and then hid behind the counter. So like I got out of the car and I was like, yeah, okay, she definitely locked the door and is now hiding. And then I was like, reasonable. Like, there's 4 people that are coming in at 3 a.m. and like, you really don't want to cook food. You really just want to sweep. You're just trying to get through your night shift. I'm like, that's fine. We'll go to one of the other 9 Waffle Houses. And like, Hal was like, so are we eating here? And I was like, not this one. I was like, she locked the door and is hiding behind the counter, so we won't eat at this one. And he was like, what's happening? And I was like, just get back in the car. So then we drove to another Waffle House. And at that Waffle House, there was like a really obvious, like, drug deal happening, like right in front of the restaurant. And I was like, we probably don't want to go to this one either. And I was like, oh, I was like, because, like, you know, this is America. Like, everyone has guns. And, like, they don't have any reason to shoot me. But I'd rather just pick a different Waffle House that doesn't have an active drug deal going on. And he was like, okay. I was like, all right. So then we drove to a third Waffle House. And at the third Waffle House, there was 2 employees working. There were 2. So
We were by campus.
Yeah. So we went in there, and I think were we the only? We were the
only people.
We were the only people in there, but at least there were 2 employees working, and that made it better. And I was like, okay.
That's the same one we went to the night of They Might Be Giants concert. That was the same Waffle House.
Yeah, and that night they also had 2, maybe 3.
They had a few employees working.
They had a few people working, so yeah.
We got free grits.
Sephora, the first Waffle House was too hot. The second one was too cold, but the third one was just right. Gold star. Anyway, yeah, that's just I don't know that I'm selling people on Waffle House, but in my opinion, I am. I think that this is reasons to go. Yes, Joel. So you all went when They Might Be Giants was there. Yep. Yeah, we saw They Might Be Giants, and then we got Waffle House after. And we actually ate before They Might Be Giants, but we went to Tiny Food because Brandon doesn't like me. And when we ate Tiny Food, I left feeling disgruntled and hungry, and then we saw They Might Be Giants, and then I drove everyone to Waffle House.
I enjoyed Tiny Food.
Tapas. We went and got tapas. Tiny Food was surprisingly tiny. It's almost like if you go to the Tiny Food restaurant, there will be tiny food there.
Coffee.
I'm not a fan of tapas. Tapas is not a thing that I love. It's fine. I'll go anywhere with people. I like food, but tapas, it specifically.
But if you go to a place like that,
they're so tiny.
When plates are tiny and they're expensive, you are upset.
I'm not thrilled about it. It's like I think it's my least favorite place to go to eat. Mm-hmm. Like if people are like, what should we get? And someone says tapas, I'm like, But what if I just go to Hardee's? I'll just go to a Hardee's. Anyway, it's fine. We got Waffle House. 9 months from Clockwork Pretzels. Appreciate it. We got 300 bits from Shadow Midnight. It says, my dad and brother took a vacation last year to Orlando, and right around the turnpike, their rental car tire gets a flat. Since they never had dinner, the only place open was a Waffle House. So needless to say, their first Waffle House experience was at 3 a.m. I love it. I bet the Waffle Houses in Orlando are fun.
Yeah.
I bet they've got something going on at 3 a.m.
Oh, I forgot about Costco.
What?
When we went to They Might Be Giants, the plan had been that Brandon and I came up with is we'd get tapas. The Costco was next to the venue.
And you were just going to drop me off.
Let you get a slice of pizza before we went into the concert. Because I knew the rest of us would be fine.
But we didn't have enough time.
Yeah, that was our big plan.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Little Nintendo Girl says, oh yeah, did you get Thai yet? We did. We did.
Not me.
I mean, Mal didn't, because that was the whole point. You can't eat the peanut.
Yes.
Me and Haley went out to dinner yesterday and went and got Thai. The first... Just bring a note back. Chaz, I swear to God. Am I a horse? Chaz. Everyone else eats tapas, and I just sit there at the table with a note bag. Incredible. Incredible. We 44 months from Board Turtle, 17 months from Mountain Joe. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got Thai yesterday. I haven't had Thai in like many years, so I had.
Is it okay if I bring my brown squares in?
I swear. Note bag of brown squares. So I just had pad Thai, but it was good, and it was full of peanuts. Yeah. There's a bunch of other stuff on the menu in the place that we went that looked good, but I was like, it's been a long time since I've even had Thai food. I'm just going to start with like the basic, and then on subsequent playthroughs, I can choose a different thing. And that's fine. You're not you when you're hungry. We get 300 bits from Chrissy G. Says, now inquiring minds. Well, mind as it is just me. Want to know, Waffle House or Huddle House? Oh, not even close.
I've
Waffle
never
House.
been to a Huddle House.
Waffle House. I've been to Huddle House.
I've seen them, but they're not really around.
Yeah. Yeah. And they don't have the same reputation.
No.
Right? Like,
The Huddle House in Myrtle Beach closed.
yeah. I haven't seen a Huddle House in a long time.
Yeah. Becca,
Huddle
I know.
House seems like it would be friendly, probably
Perkins.
is. I do
Right,
like
Renee?
Perkins.
I miss Perkins.
Yeah, we haven't been to a Perkins in a long time. We
We
had
don't-
the opportunity
we don't have
to
a
go.
Perkins.
We had the opportunity to go to one when we were in Minnesota.
I know, we didn't go. It's okay.
Well, it's also like Perkins is great, but we got a chance to eat like food that we have
Yeah.
never had.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh well, I want to go to a place I've never had.
new place, yeah.
Yeah. Although at this point, it's been so long since I've been to Perkins.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't mind going back to
Going
one.
back to Perkins?
Is there? There's not one in Raleigh.
No, there's not.
Did you check?
Yes.
Okay. Let's check.
Same Haley. Perkins was where I spent late nights in high school, college. Yep. Perkins was where we went. They were not open 24/7 like Waffle House, but that was the place to go.
They're open real late.
Pretty late. Like, because Thursdays in college were Mystery Science Theater night when I was at Stevens Point.
Yeah.
And then we'd watch 2 movies back to back starting at like 5 p.m. And then after, we'd go to Perkins. That was like the ritual.
The ritual.
So Perkins has a very special place in my heart.
We got 55 months from Marvel. 410.
Haley says Perkins are 24 hours. Not the one in Stevens Point.
Yeah, I thought Perkins were 24 hours too.
Not
but
the Stevens
I'm
Point
sure
one.
it varies by location, but we had 300 bits from Mean Dean 12. Says favorite fast casual burger: Shake Shack, Five Guys, other. Shake Shack all day for me. I've only ever had Shake Shack once, so I don't know that I'm allowed to comment on it. Although we do have a Shake Shack in Raleigh, so I'll probably have it again. Five Guys has always been my go-to. Five Guys has definitely been the one that, over the years, if we're going to get a burger, a fast casual burger, it's probably Five Guys. And I always load it up with like everything. I just get a Five Guys. I get it all the way with no mayo. It's good. I like Five Guys a lot. But also, you know, when it comes to burgers, like everyone is very opinionated on burgers. Another place I've never had is Whataburger.
Yeah.
Thomas talks about Whataburger as if it's the second coming of Christ, but I've actually never had a chance to try Whataburger. I'd like to, but I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to because we don't have one here, so. Oh, Renee says we just got a Whataburger. It's our favorite. I have had the spicy ketchup. I've had spicy ketchup a lot. People have sent it into mail. Dan has brought it back for us.
Yeah.
Thomas has given it to us. So, like, we've had the things of spicy ketchup. So I know what that tastes like, but I've never had any of their burgers. So, what's the place that I definitely don't like?
In-N-Out?
In-N-Out's fine. That's not what I'm talking about.
I've never been impressed by In-N-Out.
What's the
for
place?
the hype it gets.
What's the place? Steak and Shake.
Oh, yeah.
Steak and Shake is bad. I don't like Steak and Shake. I've never had a good experience at Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
In fact, Not only have I not had a good experience, I've had consistently some of my worst restaurant experiences in Steak and Shakes, and I'm like, Steak and Shake. Every burger place is overhyped. It's true. It's true. At the end of the day, you're eating a hamburger. Like, you know, it's not going to change your life. I like hamburgers, but some people do cling to
I've never been to White Castle, Char Hutch.
a particular place. I've had White Castle from a White Castle like one time. I've had their frozen section, which is not the same. Well, maybe it's not that different. I've had White Castle like one time. Mm-hmm. I've had Crystal like 5 to 10 times. Crystal is like different White Castle. White Castle.
What about Checkers?
Fans might fight me on that. I've had Checkers a few times.
And what's the other one?
Rallies.
Rallies.
Checkers and Rallies are the same thing. They just have a different name.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst experiences, and that's impressive. From the Waffle Houses are good. Like, honestly, like, I don't know that I've ever had bad food from a Waffle House, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, it's true. There might be an active fight going on or something. Like, the police might be called into the Waffle House you're in. Like, you know, someone could be bleeding on the floor. But the food's usually pretty good at Waffle House. So... But at the Steak and Shake, the food was bad, and that's just that's unforgivable. Like, if you go to a restaurant, the food has to be good. Otherwise, what's the point in going? You know, I don't mind if there's, you know, active violence occurring in the restaurant. Like, that's fine as long as the food tastes good. And Steak and Shake, they screwed up a lot of the food over the years. So anyway, all right, we should probably wrap up. Mm-hmm. And give folks time to watch the Zelda presentation that Nintendo's going to be doing in 5 minutes. Things that we need to announce. Obviously, there's going to be breakfast stream on Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll be back on Thursday to do stream. Mm-hmm. Friday we continue with the Green Stars.
Yep.
In Galaxy.
Tuesday will be a special breakfast stream.
Oh my goodness, it will.
It will be. Mm-hmm.
It will. Yeah, we'll have someone. There will be more than 2 people on the couch.
Yeah.
It's exciting and fun. Next disco. Is that Tuesday? We haven't talked about it literally at all.
That is supposed to be Tuesday, yes.
I can probably do it.
Well.
But.
There's 4 other people.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not my problem. Anyway, what else? Oh, I was going to say something. Oh, if you haven't seen, Imposter Factory is out on Steven Plays. That's kind of fun and interesting. Because we haven't done a traditionally recorded Let's Play in quite some time. Because they're hard to do, actually. As it turns out, like carving the time out to do that was difficult. We had to push that back multiple times before we actually got a chance to do it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's out. So that's going to be releasing with Mario. And check it out. It's a standalone game. It's To the Moon 3, which is true. Mm-hmm. And you will have a slightly better experience if you've seen the other To the Moon games. But is it like required? No. You'd still be able to enjoy the game without having seen the other stuff. Have you already recorded all of Imposter Factory? Yes. Yeah, Imposter Factory, we recorded it in one go. Dan already edited the whole thing. Dan already scheduled the whole thing. Like, it's set. Mm-hmm. It's ready to be enjoyed. Yeah, it's a short game, so it would have been weird to have not recorded it all at one time.
Yeah, it would have been tough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for being here. Go enjoy the Zelda presentation if you're planning to watch that. And we'll see you on Tuesday or Thursday.
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday. Okay, I'm not going to go to post screen. I'm just going to stop the stream here. See you Thursday morning, 9 a.m. for another one of these.